Okay, there we go. Hello! Oh my goodness, that took me a while. Hello! I don't know if you guys can see it. Hold on. Yeah, I can't tell. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I made a new waiting room because I mistakenly thought that the Mystery Dungeon anime that we were gonna watch today for part of like reaction free talk was like 10 minutes at most, okay? I thought it was 10 minutes. Turns out it's 30-minute episodes. That deserves its own watch along. So that's what we're gonna do. Yep. It's basically like a whole movie. It's 30 minutes, 3 of them. So we're gonna do that on Friday. No, look, I already made the waiting room. I'm keeping my word. It's just that it's so long. I feel like if we watch it today, it's gonna end up just being like a watch along instead of a talk, a zatsu. So I think it's fair. It's fair. I already made the waiting room. It'll be Friday, and then potentially we'll be able to watch the Gates to Affinity Part 2, even though that one is very short. That's the one I thought that everyone was referring to because it's like 3 minutes. And I was like, oh, they made more of that? Great, we can watch more of that. Nope. And what's even funnier is knowing that this was apparently airing on Cartoon Network and I never watched it. I missed out. I did not preview it. I looked up the anime, like wanting to get it prepared for today, and I saw that it was 30 minutes. I saw the timestamp. I'm like, oh. So it is going to be completely blind. We're gonna watch along on Friday. I hope you guys will pop in for that if you're interested. But hello, good evening. Hope you guys are having a good night or wherever a good morning, good afternoon, wherever you guys are. You know what makes me sad? I actually really like this just chatting layout. I thought it was so cute. And of course, the YouTube's still not recognizing CCS, so we'll just have to live with it. It's okay. It's okay. Mildly annoyed. Hold on. Yeah. Don't you guys like the mic? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. That was supposed to do something. Shoot. Oh well. Thank you. I really love this mic asset. It's like a big part of like adding something new to my setup. It is made by the amazing Lunaris. I have her name in the description box so you guys want to look it up and get your own. She made it in so many colors. I actually customized this. I don't know why the key binding isn't working right now, but yeah. A lot of things are. Yeah, I actually really like this setup. I'm really obsessed with this background. I haven't found anything I liked more than this background so far. I really love the color palette. I love the rain. I love the cozy vibes. It's good. Now, it would be even better if like the chat could be semi-transparent and then you guys would look really nice, with the custom chat that I've programmed. Someday. Someday when YouTube lets us use the CCS again. It's just design. I just want the chat to look pretty. I don't know why they're forcing us to use this ugly chat. It's not you guys, it's YouTube. YouTube is essentially making you wear I was gonna say a uniform. It's more like YouTube is preventing you guys from truly expressing yourselves. Which is ironic for a platform where like it's all about creators, but I'm just saying, I feel like if they really want streaming to be more prominent on their platform, which they kind of do, they kind of don't, they definitely need to let us make things more aesthetic. Like, please. Anyways, how are you guys? I'm doing okay. I totally did not forget that today was indeed Wednesday. I was not thinking that today was Tuesday, and I was trying to figure out what I needed to get ready for tomorrow, but actually that was today. Thank goodness I was talking to my family, and they're like, no. Wow, just in time. It's fine. It's fine. By the way, the watch along on Friday should be around the same time as today, so should be good. Should be good. I'm excited. A whole movie about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That's like awesome. That is amazing. I'm so sad I only just discovered it. But also, it's kind of nice that it'll be like a blind react for you guys because you guys always what you guys complain when I like preview things. I only know that it's Pokemon, it's 30 minutes, and there are 3 parts we're watching, including 2 3-minute parts. So it's like an hour and 36 minutes in total. Pretty much. My family's always, they're really good about that. They're really good about that. I'll be like, hey, it's like this. And they're like, no. Yeah, it's okay. I'm glad you guys are doing well. Ugh. The whole series? Yeah, we're gonna watch all 3 because they're technically 3. I think it's 2 teams, 3 episodes. Because I saw the thumbnail, so I technically know who the main characters are, which is interesting. One of them I got confused because I thought it was a screen cap of the episode, but it turns out to be some of the main characters. But it's fine, it's fine. You guys will see it, we'll watch it, we'll react to it, we'll talk about it. That is then, though. This is now. Oh gosh, I don't know what kind of energy I have today. It's kind of like gremlin energy, which is interesting. I'm excited too. I can't believe I've never seen this. It looks really good though. And it's going to be such a nice throwback because it's like classic Pokemon, you know? Like the new stuff is really nice and pretty, but there's something about the old art style, the chunky art style, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Anyways, let me talk about Nintendo Direct because, you know, this is one of the things I really want to talk about, but we didn't get a chance. First off, I did not know most of the games they were introducing. Let's just make that clear. I've heard of the series like Castlevania. I've seen it because it's on, you know, there's a lot of fanfic for it. I know Capcom for obvious reasons, you know, button mashing. No, they didn't have that today. It was like 2 weeks ago, but I didn't get to talk about it because my Zatsu got delayed. Or was it last week? I think it was last week. No. So yeah. I'm just talking about it today. I didn't get a chance a week or 2. Yeah, exactly. See? Excuse me. And then Five Nights at Freddy's, let me just say, I have no interest in like horror games, right? But for some reason, the concept of like a haunted children's, I don't know if I can say the name. Hold on, let me just look at how many places is this available? Because if I can say the name, it would make more sense. But if I don't want to like accidentally dox myself. Okay, I think I can say this. So, it's like a haunted Chuck E. Cheese intrigues me. yeah, that's the brand. Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness. That is exactly the irrational fear I had as a child. And I was like, you mean I could actually have to live through that irrational fear? And for some reason, it doesn't look scary. Maybe it's because I'm still like, the trailer doesn't give you all the jump scares. But I was like, I'm considering this. So who knows? But I think it's not coming out till holiday 2024, so that means it's only coming out in December, so it can't be like a Halloween thing. Yeah, the thing is, when I went to Chuck E. Cheese, they still had the mascots, and they did like, I never did the birthday party. I saw the birthday parties, and I remember turning to my parents and being like, I don't want this. No. Never. I stuck to the movie theater for my birthday parties. I was like, I do not want to be at the mascots. I do not want them to sing happy birthday to me. I had fun playing, but it was like just the arcade. I didn't like the play area because ugh, ugh. Hold on, wait. I have to give you the right expression. Whoops. No. Ugh. Ugh. I have to use these more. I keep getting the order mixed up. That's what happens. No, it was. Yeah, I don't want to recall it, but basically, I get why it's hard for them to clean it. At the same time, I feel like if you have no reasonable way to clean it, you should not have that kind of area. I got run over in one of those towers. Like, when you know how they had like the connectors? I remember kids pushing me against the wall in order to pass through, and it was like terrifying. Yep, nah. No, that's true too. The static was horrible. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. I remember like exiting those tunnels and my hair was just all over the place. And it was hilarious. It was hilarious. It was like when you went to the science centers and you played with that ball, the one of the electricity, and wherever you touched it, the electricity would like mm, meet your fingers. And you were able to like control the electricity like that. And I remember those. It was like a more extreme version of that. Hold on. I really need to use the model more. I keep forgetting how I need to memorize the motion in order to have that like face head nodding. Yeah, pretty much. I feel like nowadays science centers are like they're not as interactive. They have a lot of good information, but they need more interactive exhibits. Or maybe that's just the ones that I went to because they're not that cool. Because they weren't. The thing is, I don't know. I don't want to go too much into it, but I basically there was a science center that I used to love. They were amazing, and then they became very like info poster oriented, and it was kind of unfortunate. So they tried to add in some interactive elements, but it was still like very sparse and nothing that came even close to the old center, which was sad. The pizza. Oh my goodness. Okay, so did you guys hear the not kind of conspiracy theory where during the pandemic, Chuck E. Cheese was selling their pizza under like a different name to like generate sales because. And I think back on that and I was like, Chuck E. Cheese pizza is very distinctive, but ghost kitchens and like what are they? Ghost restaurants? Interesting. Interesting. Technically, it's not a ghost kitchen because you just don't know it's Chuck E. Cheese and they're just operating under like a different name. I don't know if that was like proven or not. I know there was a whole thing about it. That's why I remember it. But this is alleged. This is alleged. I am just speaking on things that I have read. I am not declaring or trying to bring trouble to myself. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't want to go into too many conspiracy theories. It was just because we were talking about Chuck E. Cheese. I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, speaking of going back to Nintendo Direct though, My Sims. I've never played My Sims, and I know that it's a part of a lot of people's childhood. But I never even played Sims when I was younger because I never had a computer that could. You could tell. Okay, that's here's the thing. Here's the thing. There is another pizza chain I know of where you buy slices, and when you order a whole pizza, they push slices together. And supposedly, it's supposed to let you like customize what kind of slices. So if you wanted like a slice from each pizza, you could technically do that. But it looked weird because sometimes they would cut them different, right? And so say when you say like you could tell because the slices were different sizes, I was like, yeah, but more there are other restaurants I know of, or not restaurants, pizza places that do that as well. But it is interesting. I do think it was like I wonder if that was an official thing or if it was some. I don't know. I don't want to declare. Allegedly, I am unsure if perhaps this was independent initiative or advised options that they were allowed to pursue. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you guys, I once went to a mall, and it was a nice mall, very nice mall, okay? And I was in the food court. I was eating, and I felt something fuzzy, like furry or fuzzy. And and I know there's a difference between furry or fuzzy, but it was literally so fast I couldn't tell. And it ran past my foot, and I immediately looked down. And I'm like, what was that? This is so bizarre. And someone else approached me. They're like, oh my God, did you see that mouse as well? And I was, you know, oh my goodness. It freaked me out so bad. Like, not externally, internally, I was like, oh my God, it was a mouse. And it was so small. And as I looked, I could see something very tiny running off in the distance. And I was like, oh, it was a mouse. And the thing is, like, there were a couple people, we all got together. We were like, oh my God, did you all see the mouse? There was a mouse. Oh my God, it ran past me. I saw it. Pretty much. Pretty much. And so what we all did, we were I pretty much went and I like made sure to I sanitized and did whatever I could, but we all collectively put in different I don't know, it wasn't a complaint. It was a complaint. I mean, let's be real. Finding a mouse in like the food court is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So we all put in complaints and we never heard back. After that, they're just like, oh, yes, thank you for letting us know. And because because none of us were able to catch it on camera. Because at this time, we could have benefited from, like, I guess, an influencer recording their life and having that kind of evidence to submit. But I don't even know if they took our claim seriously, but I remembered that so, so vividly. Did we name the mouse? We told them it was. So apparently, one person said that they said it was a rat just to escalate the situation. And I was like, oh. But the rest of us were just like, we just called it the mouse. Apparently, someone called it the little mouse. So we didn't give it a nickname. No, it was just, we wanted to let them know because that's pretty bad. Like, having a mouse running around in the daytime in a nice mall, that's, especially like the nice mall food court, no. No, 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 no. That is grounds for reporting. And it wasn't even the chef. The thing is, I never saw another one after that, so hopefully it was resolved. Stuart Little. Honestly, I'll just say that we never saw another one after that, so I'm kind of glad we didn't name it. Yeah. Geronimo Stilton. Stuart Lee. Wait, what was it? Leah Stilton. And I don't remember his nephew's name. What was it? Benjamin? I don't remember. But I grew up with the Geronimo Stilton series. I liked it. I think it made reading really fun. I think I've mentioned that before. Hold on, I'm still going to talk about Nintendo Direct. We haven't even talked about everything yet. Oh my gosh, the article is loading so slow. Wait, oh, it's just the ad. Excuse me. Let me... Today my internet was very slow, so I was like, yeah, this is... Hopefully that everything works. Thankfully, I have no assets on screen, so that makes it a lot easier. No, 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 no. I just have an article that lists everything because I don't want to forget anything when it comes to wanting to talk about. Because, for example... Nope, nope, nope. You guys don't have to bring up the direct. I'm not watching it. I'm just looking at the list of games that were talked about. One thing is, I want to play Power Wash. I think that's really fun. And I feel like it's a game where I could play and we could chat. Like, it could be a zatsu. More of a zatsu than my other games because it's just being aesthetically cleaning. And yes, I'm so excited. I want to get it because I think it's so much fun. I also kind of want to play the SpongeBob one where you like cleaning Bikini Bottom. Both of those DLCs look really fun, so that's what I kind of want to play. I did also see Dragon Quest. I am interested. I'm super interested. Of course, because of... I can't... Hold on. Akira Toriyama. Okay, I almost got his name. I almost called him Akita. Akira Toriyama, this is one of the last games that he was really involved in. I've always wanted to try Dragon Quest, and I think like seeing that they're gonna have on a Switch is makes me want to try it. Cleaning the ocean. Honestly, I feel like it's even funnier that you're cleaning the ocean. Plus, it's so on brand for me, isn't it? Water. So I haven't played a lot of SpongeBob games, but yeah. Oh, DQ. I know that it is a remake, but that's okay. I kind of want to play like the classic ones. Cause like, oh, here's the thing. I know I can play Dragon Quest on like Steam, but yeah, I know. But like, it's one of the games where he was heavily involved in. And I know Sandland. I've seen Sandland. I'm kind of just not sure if it's what I'm interested in. It does look fun, but I don't know. I think Dragon Quest looks more interesting. I will probably try it eventually. Eventually. Maybe. But Dragon Quest just looks more fun. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not really a combat person. Although, I have to tell you guys, Field of Mystria, you guys know how we have to button mash in like Stardew and things like that when you like try to mine or combat? So what you can do in Fields of Mystria is you can control or keybind, and then it will just repeatedly use the tool so you don't have to button mash as much. Game changer. Field of Mystria, I'm on the verge of just like playing it on another computer, recording it, and then just uploading the gameplay and us watching my gameplay as I comment on it. What do you guys think of that? Just commenting on me reacting to my own gameplay. It's just unedited. The full footage. I was like, that's one way for me to have Field of Mystria on this channel. I really want it. But I was like, it might be not as interesting. We'll see. We'll see. I want to. Wait, you download Stardew Valley? Yes! We've got another one. Now I understand why, like, when the people I know who play Stardew, why they wanted me to play Stardew, and now that I am playing Stardew, I want other people to play Stardew. So I'm glad. I hope you really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Remember, at the end of the day, just play in a way that is fun for you. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, the Atelier games. I talked about that already. Sorry, I just got excited again. Fitness boxing looks fun, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'm kind of I'm more interested in like Ring Fit, but at the same time, like $100. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe that'll be like I'll keep an eye on it for the holiday deals for it. Oh, the time mechanic, that's the thing. I think at first when you are first started playing, it's gonna feel like a lot, but as you kind of get used to the game, admittedly, I got to the point where sometimes I'll finish everything, it'll be like 7 p.m. I'll be out of energy. So on one hand, you can get used to it. On the other hand, there are mods where you can remove the time element if you would like. So if that's something that really you feel like is affecting your enjoyment of the game, you can always look into mods that will make your gameplay more enjoyable. And I think that's always valid. Yeah, just take it easy. Find ways that can make the game fun for you. Hold on, I realized. Okay. There we go. To ask how the mechanic worked. So the time mechanic, the way it is it's just, I think it moves in 10-minute intervals if I'm not wrong. I don't really pay attention to the clock. I'm gonna be very honest. So I might not be the best person to ask, mainly because I just get used to it. But I do think that the clock. Hi, welcome. This is technically, it's not technically, okay, so it is technically a new model, but It's like a cosplay of my current model. But yeah, I have a full live 2D model I get to use for these zatsus. I have the artist linked because they did such an amazing job. Like, look, oh my gosh, look at how expressive this was. This was a steal. But yeah, now you guys can see how restless I am as I'm talking. Thank you, thank you. Yes, I'm sorry I couldn't give you more advice on the time mechanic, mainly because aside from the fact that I know it moves in intervals, there is the day, afternoon, and night that it tells you. And yeah, I feel like if you can look up things in like the Stardew forum or Stardew wiki, you'll get more accurate information than from me, who just uses the clock and is like, wait, what time is it? All right, and then I look up the schedule to see what the character is doing at the time. So I hope you're able to get the answer to what find the answer you're looking for. But yeah. What else? What else? There aren't any other games, I think. Alright, let me hold on. There is Tetris, I think is fun, how they keep releasing games. I haven't played it in a while. I'm trying to think. Was there anything else I was interested? Cuisinier. Cuisinier? Cuisine. Cuisinier? That one I'm kind of interested in. I was interested in the Steam version, but then I kind of dropped it in favor of other games. But now that I know that it's coming to the Switch, I'm more interested because I would like to run my own restaurant. The only thing is, I want to know. I would like to look more into. I'm gonna have to look more into the mechanics for like cooking and things like that because when it comes to restaurant games, I played quite a bit. So I used to be really, really interested in Diner Dash, and I really like the Dash series, like Diner Dash, Wedding Dash, when it was on like CD-ROMs. Like, you know, the games you load into your computer. I was really interested in those games. And I thought that the way it played was really fun. And I did play the mobile version, but I got really tired of like the health bars when it came to those, so I stopped playing that. But I do like a good cooking game. Overcooked is fun for me. No, wait, the wrong one. Wrong one. Plate Up. Overcooked is fun, but it's stressful. Plate Up is fun. I did not want to play Kitchen Simulator. If we ever play that on stream, it's gonna be a kitchen explosion. I'm just gonna blow up the kitchen. That's just gonna be it. I have in fact blown up the kitchen. It like the controls in that one are not fun. It's not intuitive. You follow their instructions, it still doesn't work. And like I know I got the game like super discounted, and now I understand why it was super discounted. You know, times where they're like, "Oh, this is 80% off," and you're like, "Wow, what a deal!" And then you're just like, "Oh, this is why it's 80% off." No, that's not how I cook. I'm a normal cook. You can do that in the game. I have made many explosions. I like to keep the kitchen neat. I'm always the one cleaning up because I don't. Well, but anyways, Europa looks fun, but I'm kind of on the graphics. I like the design, but I'll just look into it more. Shovel Knight is funny. Shovel Knight looked funny. I always told myself that two weapons I thought would be really fun to have is a shovel and a frying pan. And that's why Miitopia was so much fun for me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you want to do something cozy and relaxing, Kitchen Simulator is not the game for it. I did see Civ announced, and I was like, I don't know. It just doesn't interest me. I've played similar games where you have to like create your town, and I find that I'm not really a fan of town building games. But why is it awful for you? Isn't it like good for games to be on more platforms so more people can try it? Is it because some people get obsessed with it? I can kind of get that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good luck. Maybe maybe you can set an alarm. An alarm that will remind you that you should not be playing. You won. Congrats. I don't know if it was from what you're saying, I don't know if it was worth it, but congrats. I'm glad you won. Pico Park is always looks fun. I'm excited. I would like to play. An alarm reminds you that you should keep playing. Honestly, that's how I feel when I play Stardew. Aww. It must have been a victory hard earned. What is this game? Oh, no, no. I don't like open world physics sandbox games. As someone who likes a little bit of structure, I find sandbox games to be stressful. Because, like, what do you mean you could do anything? I need, like, you to give me an objective. There is one exception. There is one exception. There is a game I will talk about with you guys a little bit later after I discuss all the Nintendo Direct stuff that I probably will be playing on stream. Trash talking to AI. That's how I do that. I got that. I feel that. Especially when you're going to war with them. By the way, did you guys see Date Everything? That game looks so fun and so funny. I feel like that's a must play. We are definitely gonna play that when it comes out. Why does this article never load everything? You know what? You failed me. I'm just gonna have to get my information somewhere else if you keep doing this article. But oh my goodness. So basically, if you guys don't know, Date Everything is a old dating simulator where when it says everything, it means everything. So, for example, would you guys like to date a cupboard? No? How about a lamp? I personally just think Doug is terrifying, but I think this game looks so funny. We are definitely gonna be playing this. This is going to be on our must play list. The character design was amazing. Oh my goodness. I saw this game on PC. I was like, ah, oh, dang, that looks fun. And then I forgot about it, and then it got announced on Switch. I'm like, definitely gonna play now. This is gonna be so funny. 100% would recommend checking it out. I'm not even joking. It looks so good. It's like, you know how we're like, oh, how are you, if you don't go outside, how are you gonna meet the love of your life? What do you mean the love of my life is not already in my house? Like, this is gonna give a whole new way for introverts to be like, socializing? I am socializing. Look at all my friends. Look at... I can already see the memes. I can already see the memes. Alright, alright. Oh, also, Coffee Talk Tokyo. I'm interested. I wasn't sure if I was interested in the original Coffee Talk because it was a bit, like, the story seemed nice, but it was kind of like a dark color palette, and I was like, I don't know. I was kind of going back and forth on it, but Coffee Talk Tokyo, I like that it seems a bit brighter. Maybe that's just the characters and the colors they use, but I'm very interested. Oh, it's a visual novel. Okay, I'm a little less interested. Visual novels we can do them. I prefer them to be voiced. Oh, that's it. That's it for Nintendo Direct. I thought there was one more game I missed. Okay. Nope. Okay. Finally, I can get rid of that tab. But those were the Nintendo Direct. My very sparse comments. I really didn't have much to say because, you know, all the excitement was gone. The excitement was here like a week ago, I promise. It's just that time has passed, I've moved on. My brain and thoughts have moved on. But we're still excited. still excited for the games. Now, as for the game I want to talk to you guys about that is open box, it's actually called Gordlets, and it's super cute. It's an open sandbox where you are creating a town for like little Gordlets to live in. But what I really like is A, there's no timer because it's open sandbox. Also, B, there is no objective. You just build whatever you want, and there are so many possibilities. I got to play the demo, and I did that a little earlier on my channel. I don't want you guys to look at the VOD, that one wasn't good. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing it, but now that the game is released, I'm excited to be able to play it on stream because it's really, really cute. I do feel bad because if on Twitch integration, what you can do is the viewers can actually become the Gordlet. So you guys can live on the island I'm building in, and they don't have that for YouTube yet. I did suggest it. I suggested it so many times in their suggestion box. Like, there was a place where you could put suggestions, and I did suggest them to include YouTube integration. Hopefully, that might be something they do in the future, and that would be fun. But I will be playing it regardless, and it's so cute because you get to see like the little Gordlets come in from the bus stop and then try to live in and enjoy themselves in the town. And I don't know, it's so cute. Even the demo with its like limited items was pretty fun and pretty interesting to try to develop. So now that the full game is released, I'm really excited to see like what kind of structures I can build. Maybe we'll be able to create a couple of fun stories as well. I don't know, but it's cute. I'm excited. Look forward to it. Also support indie game developers. Okay. Oh. I was like, what? It's a gourd. What do you mean? It's not like they do have a free demo if you want to try it, I think. Let me look. I hope this doesn't lag. Hopefully, as long as I don't show it on screen, it won't lag. Okay, there is lag, but it's not. There is. I believe it does have a demo. Whoa, wait. I don't like how on Steam, as soon as you click on a game page, the trailer automatically plays. I would like the option, please. I don't know, but it's very affordable. And it's super cute if you guys would like to take a look. I will be playing it on stream probably next week. I was gonna do it Friday, but we're gonna do the watch along, so that's gonna take priority. Exactly, like I had to stop it, but sometimes it like glitches and it continues to play, and I'm like, no. I mean, it's good for like, I guess, getting the attention of someone, but I would prefer it not to do that. Like, not to do that. Here. Hold on. I was trying to drink water. Hold on. Hydrate check. Okay. So I was trying to drink water without looking at my straw. It was a valiant effort. One Piece? Wait, hold on. Oh, I was missing. Okay. Webcomics. So I think if you really like adventure and a ragtag found family, One Piece is a very good recommendation. If you're asking for a recommendation though, I would first want to know a bit more information. Like, what kind of story are you interested in? What kind of format are you looking for? Is it like the vertical scrolling? Is it like manga style, right to left? So I first need a bit more information before giving recommendations. This is a lesson I've learned. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite overlay designers is making my ideal theme. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I hope You guys are like, you have so many overlays. I know that. But the whole point of being a VTuber is that you can have so many fun overlays. What is the point if I can't have pretty backgrounds and things to decorate my stream screen? Ooh, a generalized list of beginner webcomics? Oh my goodness. Okay, that fascinates me. Let me think of that. Slice of life as fantasy. Okay. So if we're looking for a generalized list of like things I would introduce and be like, I feel like most people would be able to enjoy this. Number one is Izakaya Nobu. And this is for a couple of reasons. So I think for a lot of people, when you get in isekai, they have a lot of preconceived notions of isekai. But Izakaya Nobu, because it's like they are technically isekai because they are in another world, but because they are also still connected to their old world, it gives that kind of contrast because they know that potentially at any time they could no longer enter the world they're connected to, or they will no longer be connected to Japan. So that kind of like uncertainty adds a bit of tension, but also the fact that they are currently secure knowing that they have Japan have Japan in their back door and they can use their comforts while introducing and getting to know this new world. I think that's a really fun kind of experience to explore for the characters. Also, the element of number one, it having a bit of action in like real people drama. And by real people drama, I mean like just instead of like going to war, fighting monsters, things like that, they're more like, oh, when people get together, things will happen. Sometimes drama happens, but in general, we will do our best to resolve it to the best of our ability. Those kind of things. I feel like it's a good introduction to like the potential of isekai for people who might have nothing too great about the concept. But it also has really good food, great characters, interesting underlying plot, and some really fun developments in the future. Like I'm about to like I didn't want to mention it. I didn't want to jinx myself, but I've actually been editing a video separate from what I'm talking about right now. But I really want to do a video on Izakaya Nobu, primarily because even though I'm small, I want to use it as a chance to ask Udon Entertainment and email them and be like, hey, you guys, will you be releasing any more volumes? I noticed you guys haven't made any announcements recently. Would you guys potentially release 11 to 18, which is currently available? And then I would use their response, if they give me one, regardless, into my video. Because I really want them to continue transcribing it. So that's a good isekai introduction, I think. If you are looking for something fantasy, and by fantasy, I don't mean dungeon and not isekai, I would actually recommend Dungeon Meshi just because we're on the topic of food. Because Dungeon Meshi has, again, a great cast, interesting concept about adventurers trying to conquer a dungeon, but the main character's motivation is to rescue his sister, and he does that with the party, and they have a really interesting perspective on, I guess, a lot of the archetypes or how do I say this? Like, a lot of people have things in mind when they're talking about like dwarves or elves or things like that. And I think this story kind of challenges but also expands on that. So that's what makes Dungeon Meshi really fun. I really like world building and character development. And it also has really good food, really fun moments. It has some hilarious moments, and it has an amazing fantasy plot for those who are interested. The cast is so diverse. So Dungeon Meshi is a really good fantasy introduction. If you're looking for something more slice of life, there are two I would actually recommend. So one is Freerun, and Freerun I think is really fun because it's again more focusing on the characters. It definitely has action, but because it is not because Fearin is more slice of life, like the focus, the main motivation of the characters is more slice of life. It just has some action to prevent you from perhaps thinking nothing is really happening. But it's in a very make sense kind of way. I really enjoyed Freerin. So far I've given you 3. I think if I would give you one more, so we covered slice of life, covered isekai, which I always recommend, and we covered fantasy. Yes, Freerun I highly recommend. The anime was gorgeous, beautifully done, and I think they will be doing a second season. I can't remember if they were the one who announced they would get a second season, but it's beautiful. The anime is absolutely worth watching, and the manga is amazing as well. Unordinary. Oh, I did read Unordinary. I did drop it because I wasn't a fan of how the direction it was going in, but I did read it when it first came out as someone who's been on the app for like forever. Yes, 100%. I think free run's a great introduction. Now, I don't know, for me, these are like beginner recommendations for a variety of reasons. Because let me just give you my. Hi, welcome. I don't know why. It's so interesting. I didn't know that YouTube highlights your name when someone mentions it in chat. I wasn't sure what that was. Hello, welcome. Just chatting right now. Let me give you a breakdown. I should have did this first. This is what happens when you guys like when I get excited about talking about manga and like story recommendations. So my reasoning and what I would recommend to a beginner's webcomic manga series introduction is number 1, the story should be compelling, but also the story should be compelling with a clear plot, a good plot, but it should also have underlying elements that could potentially show depth. So that's really important when I recommend the series, depending on someone's interest. Second point for me is it needs to have good world building, because sometimes you can have a great story, but if the world isn't developed, you can't immerse yourself in it. And in that sense, I like good world building when I recommend series to people. And then the third point that I really like for recommending people who are like just trying to get into anime, wanted to see what it's about, is I like to have something a bit lighthearted, primarily because everyone does have different interests. I do have like, I guess, heavier stories if you that's more of what you're looking for, but I feel like when people first get into anime, they first kind of just want to see what it is. They want to like enjoy it, and then once they realize they like this kind of medium, they want stronger recommendations, then that's when I get into it. But that's pretty much my criteria when I recommend something to someone. Sometimes I just, once I get to like know if, for example, someone just likes slice of life and they want something really, really slice of life, no, like just funny episodic moments, I have those too. But those are usually my 3 I recommend if you're just getting into it. If you want something that's a combination of all these, so some interesting characters, you want something fantasy with how do I say this? Good world building, and also more focused on, I guess, silly moments, I would actually recommend Land of Leadale, because it's about a female. Sorry, female. It has the main character is a young woman who was hospitalized and played a game her whole life, and then one day when she was connected to the game, she actually unfortunately passed away while she was connected to the game, and she finds herself waking up as her character in the game. And what's really fun is she's super OP. So it's one of those moments where the I'm trying to think. I don't like saying female main character, but basically the main character, our main character, is very overpowered. And it's fun to see a girl be overpowered, where she has like potentially tons of skills, tons of abilities. The heroine, thank you. That's a better word. Because don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's weird. I knew there was a better word for it. Our heroine, she is so overpowered, but in a way that like is fun to watch because I know that sometimes overpowered characters they're just like you don't really there's nothing else for them to see. It can get kind of boring, but because her power is essentially a skill master. So she is able to learn any skill and if people are able to complete her trials that she set up, she's able to grant other people skills. In that sense, her power is so much fun because she has depth of knowledge of the world. She has a potential of many skills at her fingertips. And even more fun is that there are multiple people who find themselves waking up in this world. So she's not the only one who's isekai. And that makes it interesting when she bumps into people who she previously has like known or that they know that this was a game. And that makes it really fun. There's a lot of really hilarious elements. It's lighthearted. There's a bunch of action. And I think Land of Leodale is also a great beginner anime because of the story, the fantasy, and also like the silliness. I do say I prefer the manga to the anime, and I'm currently reading the light novel, so I'll give you my opinions on that another time. I just feel like the manga has a better pacing. The anime is good, but sometimes like they don't. There is a moment where settles in a town, leaves the town, comes back. All of a sudden, there's a new person in town, and she helps settle this person, but we never get to see that. It all happens off screen, and I'm like, why? They talked about it in the manga. I wish they had like shown the process because then it feels kind of abrupt. But yeah, so those are my top four. It's Izakaya Nobu, Frieren, Land of Leodale, and Dungeon Meshi. So I would highly recommend trying those. I think in terms of heaviness, Dungeon Meshi is probably heavy in terms of like motivation and things like that. I feel like the most lighthearted would be Land of Leodale. And then in between, it would be so from lightest to heaviest, if that's what you're looking for, is Land of Leodale, Izakaya Nobu, Frieren, and then it's Dungeon Meshi. So I hope if you want to check those out, you do. I hope you like them. Those are just some of the ones I recommend. Yeah, so sometimes, yeah, that's as someone who always reads the manga before watching the anime, I am usually disappointed by the anime. That is why Isekai Nobu is my ultimate comfort anime because they recreated it perfectly, they enhanced it, they made it even better, and I'm still sad it was only like 10-minute episodes, but that's okay. That's okay, I guess. Or 15-minute episodes. We will finish that watch along. I will have you guys watch the entire series with me. Because what else is a captive audience for but to watch my favorite anime? To spread Izakaya Nobu lore. If enough of if I spread it far enough, perhaps they will finally finish translating it. I need 8 more volumes. I need all the volumes. I don't know if you guys truly understand. I am prepared to email them every day until they continue translating and publishing the series. Okay, I'm glad. I'm sorry they all ended up being manga. Those tend to be my favorite. If you were looking for webcomic recommendations, hold on. Let me look it up. I can give webtoon recommendations too, but it's I have to figure out how to log in. I need to see my list. Mainly because I think webtoons as a platform has a lot of potential, but because they are having there are so many things coming out about how they treat their original creators, and I will from now on only recommend Korean translated webtoons primarily because I feel like webtoons needs to treat their writers and the original creators better. They need to give better contracts. I'm not gonna go into it. I'm not gonna go into it. But from now on, I'm only gonna promote like Korean translated because I think those authors get a better deal. Okay, good. I hope my recommendations were coherent. Sometimes I just get like I get really excited. Not that there's anything wrong being excited, but I hope that I was like making sense and able to fully express it in a way that was like, yeah, I can understand. Okay, what else? I cannot log into Webtoons. You see, guys, have you guys done this where like you're logged into an app in one place and then you never touch it? Never have to log in again. So when you're like trying to log in somewhere else, you're like, what was the password? Huh. And then Google's trying to trick me by like, I'll be your password manager. I'm like, no, please don't. Because I don't. What's the difference between me relying on my brain and then you telling me what my password is? I don't know. I feel like it's more important for me to like remember some of my passwords so that I don't completely reduce my memory to a gerbil. I think I'm already a goldfish. Is a goldfish worse memory or does a gerbil have worse memory? No, it's because I like there's some places like Webtoon is an app. So I've never used it on a PC, and only recently did I find out that it had like a web page, and I was like, oh, maybe it'll be nice to read on my web page sometimes. And then I was like, oh, dang, I haven't like touched that app, like the password, since I made the account in like 2018. No, okay. You cannot say that I have a worse memory than a gerbil or a goldfish, especially because I clearly have extensive knowledge of the webtoons and manga that I read. I like to think it's selective. Selective, okay? What else? What else? I was like, you know what the thing about free talk is? I was like, I should write down topics I want to talk about. I should write down stories I want to share. And then I forgot where I put the piece of paper where I wrote down what I wanted to talk about. I feel like I'm not helping my point, but that's okay. I'll find it. Give me 2 seconds. I will find that piece of paper. No, it's not. I know it's not. You guys can't gaslight me. I know, I'll just make a new list. So what are some things I want to talk about? Making it live. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask is for celebration stream suggestions. Because I know I've asked before in others, but I was like, we have a free talk. I might as well ask you guys now if you guys have any suggestions. Because it's kind of crazy, but we're at 306 subscribers. Thank you guys. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. So now I really have to think and like realize that I'm gonna have to plan for 500. Not that I think we're gonna hit it soon, but just because like we're getting closer, you know? I gotta start planning. So for 500, there's a couple things I want to do, and one of them I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I have finished my original character design. I have the sheet and everything, and I'm so excited to show you guys. But I'm going to show you guys once we reach 500 subs, so I have time to make like the PNG tuber to get it done. Yeah. So I'm gonna do original character model design review for 500, and I also want to do other things, but that's gonna be like one of them. And I already have like the trailer I want to do, or not trailer, the yeah, I guess it's a trailer. Is it like a premiere? Is it like a debut? It's like a short debut movie. It's not new lore, but I'm gonna do like an official transition, unlike what I've been doing. But I do also have like a. Don't worry, we'll still be able to use this live 2D model because I'm definitely not gonna have a live 2D model for that because it's gonna be original design. But I am excited to show you guys, and I have the trailer planned. I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been already working on it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be ready by then. Thank you, thank you. I love how expressive this model is, and there's so many toggles. Wait, I gotta show you. Excited! Stars in my eyes, so sweet. So many things, so many things. I also have this. I forgot, in the cozy background, we always must have our glasses on so that we can see see clearly. But yeah, I'm excited. It's like, I don't know if it's lore. I do have lore for my character, but like doing 2 trailers is a lot. But it'll be nice. It'll be nice. I hope so. I hope you guys like it. It'll be kind of fun and kind of short. But I'm excited. Showed us the ball toggle. I don't have one. I made sure not to make one. Oh, creative. Interesting question. Because the thing is, I think I know what you mean, but let me first tell you how I interpreted your question. So the question is, have you ever had a day or a moment where your creative thoughts go crazy over one thing like writing? And I've definitely had that because I think I've mentioned before. I've had moments where I'm lying in bed, I'm like sitting there preparing my mental, I guess, bedtime story that I use to like put myself to sleep. And all of a sudden, I'm inspired. I have a story in my head. And the story is so clear, it's so crisp. I have like the dialogue, the setting, everything seems so clear. And I just have to force myself to wake up, get my phone, get my notes app, and write down as much as I can in that story. Because if I do not, I will regret it when I wake up in the morning because what do you mean you had a perfect story and you didn't write it down? But B, if I don't do it, I will not be able to sleep and I'll just keep expanding and expanding and expanding on the story. So in that sense, I've done that before. Now, if you're talking about have you ever had a case where your muse has essentially kicked your keyboard, decided to type for itself, and a main what is it? NPC who was supposed to assist the main characters in resolving their issues or overcoming an obstacle, all of a sudden has their own romantic scene, their own dialogue, a transition sequel, and they've essentially taken over your script, then yes, I've had that happen too. I used to write stories where at the end, when I like publish it and my notes, I'll be like, I have no idea how this happened, but this character kind of like took over my story. That kind of thing, yeah, I've had both happen. But I think both are fun because I'm very passion driven as a person. So, for example, when I enjoy something, I just continue to immerse myself in it. And for example, once I like really like making Legos, I'll keep wanting to like build Legos. Or if I'm like, I have like, I wrote a really good short story. I want to just keep writing. So I'm very passion oriented. But in that same vein, if I don't have inspiration for something, it's very hard for me to like compel myself to do the thing. Which is why sometimes you guys will see me like do one kind of stream for a very long period and then all of a sudden I won't do it. It's just because I've lost like some inspiration and I need to find it. Hold on, I need to. There we go. I was like, hell, I look cold. Forgot my jacket. Blue light before bed. Eh. You know what? Everything could potentially. Well, we're not gonna get into it, but I'll survive. For some reason, like that doesn't the blue light. I think it's because I'm so used to it. It doesn't really affect me how I sleep because I have to like I have to do a mental bedtime story anyways. I'm glad I have several to pick from. Yeah, the thing is that's how it is. That's how it is. Oh, speaking of that, if there is a story that if anyone's interested in where like an author has one of their characters go rogue and take over the story, the personification of that. It is called Sir. Hold on, I have to get the official title. Give me a sec. Surviving a Fantasy Adventure Comic. It is on Webtoons, and it is about the hero in the story is someone who is sekai'd into a story as an unknown character. And in order to avoid his character from being killed off, he is essentially hijacking the story from the author in a way that is not too severe that the author will want to delete him, but enough so that the author cannot delete him. And it's so funny too, because like reading it and enjoying the hero's antics from his perspective, and also like as someone who writes, oh my goodness, it's so fun. It's so much fun. I highly recommend it. Hello, welcome. Yeah, the thing of blue light is I feel like there's just, I don't know. I think so far I have not seen enough research on it. I know that there is some research out there, but I feel like for how often it is talked about and in the way that it's talked about, I need to see more research about it before I'm like, oh my goodness, this is absolutely terrible. We really should be concerned about this. Maybe that's just because I've seen it from like the products they are selling it kind of view. I should just, I don't know how bad blue light is at this moment. But yeah, I highly recommend the story if you are interested in this kind of meta. It's very funny, very fun. It is on Webtoons as well, so it's like bingeable. Pretty bad. I'm just saying, I feel like when I see red light lamps, those are supposed to keep food warm, right? So in that sense, blue light is probably better than red light. I don't make the rules. I do. Blue is clearly superior. That's true. I think that's why if you go in like a photo room, have you guys okay. So if you guys have ever seen film, and by film I mean when people used to take pictures, they were not digital, you had to put film in a camera, you took pictures, and then you had to make sure not to expose that film to light. When you go into a special room designed for you to develop these pictures so that they can become like physical prints, the light there is often red. So I do recognize that it probably does not affect your eyes, because if it does not affect the pictures, which could be ruined by direct light, then that would make sense. Oh, that's right, Plucky Squire. I forgot. I do. That was one game I wanted to mention. Plucky Squire is also coming to Switch. 100% gonna play it. Anyways, Wander Song. Let me look that up. I haven't heard of that, or maybe I didn't. I don't remember it. Wander Song is cute. Oh, that's cute. It kind of reminds me of what's that other game? There was another game where it's similar to this. What is it called? Hold on. Let me look it up. I hope that this doesn't play. Okay, thank goodness this person doesn't have it. Let me look. Hold on. I'm gonna get the name. There's another game similar. What is it called? One hand clapping. One hand clapping. That one is where you have to actually, I think, sing. So that one that was really fun, but I didn't want to sing on screen. So, but if this is similar, but I don't have to sing, I think that would be fun. The world is ending. Oh, it kind of reminds me, huh? This kind of reminds me of that other game I've played. It's not singing specifically? Okay, good. Yes. There's a similar game I've played to this. What was it called? Hold on. It's the one of the puzzle games I played. The very colorful one. Anyone remember what that one was called? Order history. Can just scream into the mic. Okay, you can't do that in one hand clapping because, like, I think the pitch or that you sing affects like different things. Well, Hue. The one I played was Hue. That one was really fun. If this is similar to that, I might be interested. But if you actually have to like, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. It reminds me of, like, have you guys ever played those like Wii game? Not Wii games. The Nintendo DS games where it was like blow into the mic and some people would just scream. That's what it reminds me of. That was what this reminds me of. Well, I'm interested. I will take a look at this. So many games. The thing I feel about the thing is about Nintendo games is I feel like there's not an easy way to browse, because if you browse it on the Nintendo shop on your console, you probably get to see more. But sometimes I'm on the desktop website and I want to just see what's new. I want to see what options I have, and it's really hard to find. Oh, you've never played? Oh, you're recommending it though. The thing is, like, I already said I'd do a karaoke stream at like 1K. You guys already got my promise there. Constantly trying to get me to sing earlier. Yeah, there's a couple of games where you had to like speak into the mic, like the Cooking Mama, where it's like blow the steam or prevent it from overflowing. Just mentioned. I see, I see. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Subtly, no, I'm kidding. I was gonna say subtly recommending it. I wish there was just an easier way to like look up games. Mario. That's true. I remember that. Oh my god, you just brought back a memory. I never got Chatot. I wasn't a fan of Chatot, but I heard that some people got Chatot to like be absolutely unhinged. And I'm sorry, it looks like I'm dislocating my neck constantly. I promise. Promise I'm fine. It just looks bizarre. Wow, glasses really change your impression of someone's face. Gosh, hold on. Huh. Huge difference. Okay, posture check. Are you guys sitting up straight? I am absolutely not. Posture check, hydrate, stretch. Whoa, I actually popped something. I'm so old. Another thing I was going to do, though, I did want to ask. I did ask earlier, but no one really said anything, so I'm just gonna ask again. If you guys have like suggestions for like what to do for the 500, I know I said one thing we could do was like you guys could recommend different personality tests, and I would do those and on stream on screen. Technically, I'm doing them during the stream on screen. That's how it is. That's right. And the thing is, I want you guys to keep in mind that when we do personality tests, number one, personality tests are just for fun. So whatever result I get, please know that this is just one part of me. And even then, it's the part of me I do on stream to be more entertaining, not necessarily defining my character. I feel like I need to make that disclaimer. Because even though personality tests are fun, I recently did one where it was like, what kind of food? Wait. It's like asking you questions to help you define like what kind of person you are and how you approach like relationships. And I'm apparently a bagel. Yep, a bagel. I have a very I can't remember now. I only read it once and I like forgot the result. I just know I'm a bagel. And I was like, I thought that was so funny. A matchup? No, I'm not. I'm just clearly a Cyndaquil. They told me, let me tell you, when I got the matchup, one of the questions they asked me was like, oh, if you saw someone being bullied, what would you do? And I was like, I would call the police. And they're like, you're so brave. I'm like, what? You asked me one question. I said I called the police. How does that mean that I'm so brave that I'm clearly a machop who like is willing to fight for people? I feel like it was rigged. So rigged. Look. You have to keep yourself safe even when you're trying to help others. Rule number one, I learned when I was doing first aid certification for school. They were like, if you are not 100% certain, you should not force yourself to do things like, for example, CPR. You should not force yourself to engage in these kind of actions where you could potentially harm someone if you are not 100% confident. Instead, focus on what you can do, which can include asking around, calling 911, or whichever emergency service is there in your area. These kind of things are more helpful than you trying to remember the steps that you are not confident in. So I firmly believe that taking actions that can assist is better than not taking action at all. Going home is also an option. Some people might find that to be. Personally, I just would do my best out of guilt. Out of guilt of knowing that I could have done something and that I was there. So that's just how I would do it. Everyone has their own thoughts and how their own preferences. But that's what I would do. Hello, welcome. We're just chatting. I forgot the topic, but we were talking about why the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon quiz made me a Machop. Even though I've been doing the quiz for like multiple years and I've always been a Cyndaquil, and I feel like it was rigged because of course when I do it on stream, of course I'm a Bulbasaur and then a Machop. It's not at all because I potentially changed as a person or that they're clearly the quiz is flawed. I'm just kidding. I love the quiz. We will be playing the game, I think probably next week. I'm trying to plan, but I already have like the next stream ready. So we'll be doing the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon watch along, which will kind of compensate for not playing the game. And then Sunday we're doing Stardew Sunday. Yay! Wow, the one consistent thing on my channel. Stardew. Who knew? You know how many times I've had people be like, when they see that I keep streaming Stardew, they're like, I told you so. And they don't have to tell me the words I told you so. Just from the look in their eye and the expression when they like send me screenshots of my waiting rooms and they're like, I can feel it. I can feel their I told you so through the screenshot. It's fine. It's fine. They were right. I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm not afraid. I am not, I don't mind admitting that they were right. But what I will also say is, it's only right because it was the right time, you know? If I had played Stardew earlier, maybe I wouldn't have liked it at all because that's exactly what happened. I just liked the 1.6 update, and now I've tried, like, I think 4 farms. I've tried River Farm, Beach Farm, Four Corners, and recently I tried the Forest Farm. And the Forest Farm that I tried for Stardew is actually... this is a hint. Not a hint. This is a sneak peek. Wait. This is a leak. I'm leaking myself. I'm giving my own leak, but I'm working on a Stardew video right now. And I've actually been editing it, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy for me. But I've actually been editing it and I already have like I went from 4 hours of footage to 11 minutes. Wait, no, is it 4 hours? Probably like 3 hours of footage to 11 minutes. Because I'm doing a very specific kind of challenge in the video. And I was like, yes. Yeah, sorry, you guys aren't gonna get like... You guys already have my full Stardew plays on Sunday. So this is just going to be challenge oriented. And I'm only keeping scenes that are like challenge relevant, so it's condensed. It's condensed. But you know what? It's not important when you get into Stardew. What's important is now you can enjoy it. And that you find a way that you can play that is fun for you. Because everyone kind of plays the game differently. Oof. Hold on, wait. My water. I kind of knocked my water. It's fine. I didn't knock it over. But yeah. I got, I think, another 2 hours I have to edit after today. And today's content, let me tell you, is a bit more relevant. I've had to like take notes as I play in order to make sure I know like what each recording is for and like what I've achieved in each. Absolutely. I decided that the Kartoffel computer was, a bit thirsty. It's working hard, I can tell. Decided to cool it off a little. By the way, I did look at like some of the back to school deals when it came to like computers. Absolutely none of them appeal to me. So unfortunately, not unfortunately, we have to take care of the things that we have. I appreciate the Kartoffel computer and that it allows me to stream, even though it only allows me to do one thing at a time. We have to appreciate what we have because it does not look like I'm going to upgrade it anytime soon, so I don't want it to give up on us. But yeah, the deals just didn't appeal to me. It was either just not a good enough deal for me to want to get anything, or it just was overwhelming. They keep trying to tell me it's a good deal, but is it really a good deal? Is it really a good deal if I haven't yet made an Excel spreadsheet comparing all the deals and figuring out the true value as well as my ideal price point within a budget that I've set for myself? Probably not. Don't just believe them because they tell you it's a deal, because sometimes what they do, and this is what I found with some of the food products that I've been buying, they increase the price, reduce the price to the original price that they had before they increased the price, and then they call it a sale. Darn those marketers. And for anyone who doesn't know, like, prices are not set by like accounting or finance or anything. It's set by marketing. It's literally one of the areas of their expertise. So when you see them, like, you say prices aren't part of marketing, they are. Especially the numbers, like if they do 99 or if they do like 47, especially in the case of like Costco and how they code things. So yeah, I'll just keep an eye on it. We're keeping an eye on some things for like potentially the holidays and seeing if there are better deals by then. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Fallen victim to it just one too many times when I was younger. By the way, I forgot to like. I already have my. Hold on. Let me explain from the beginning. So I know I said I would change the thumbnail of my Stardew stream, but I feel like I have a better idea for the other thumbnail, and the title is going to be silly, but I'm gonna leave the thumbnail. You can't really see the trout anyways. It's fine. It's not clickbait because I don't know if you guys could see it before I pointed it out. But this time when I make the new one, you will definitely know it's the Trout Derby. You just have to trust me. You just have to trust me. I promise I don't normally do clickbait. That was an accident. That time was an accident. We are not a clickbait channel. But also, I find it interesting that like I've looked at my thumbnails and how they've evolved, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of like them. But also, like, I don't know if they're that. I don't know if they're actually better or if I'm just like, yeah, bias. But I'm still proud of it. I like the way they look. If you guys have not seen it, I do have the thumbnail for my watch along. I'm pretty proud of that thumbnail. I like it a lot. I think it's really fun. It's very nostalgic. I was so glad when I found those like assets. They were so cute. Honestly, one of the things that probably takes up so much memory on my Kartoffel computer is the fact that I download a bunch of assets to use and stuff, and I have like so many thumbnails and different pictures I use for different things. Probably should clean it up. Probably would help my computer run faster. But that's so much work. It's so much work. I've already done it once and then I've already like accumulated a bunch of assets again. I should probably just move them to my external, shouldn't I? Well, that's a thing I'll do on another time. What else? Whoa. Okay, I kind of was worried there for some reason. Just to speak, it looked like YouTube was glitching on me and that my stream wasn't working, but it looks fine. Okay. Don't scare me like that, YouTube. Gosh. Oh, thank you. Wait, I put the chat on the wrong side. That's why this looks weird. Thank you. That's the vibe I wanted to go for. Like I may be a chaotic gremlin at times, but the channel is supposed to look cozy. It's supposed to like, that contrast between me being me. What else? I really should have written things down for like ideas. I think I had something else I wanted to talk about. I also was considering, I was like, if I run out of things to talk about, I'll just start journaling on stream. Off scene. Unseen. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that you guys are here. This is like my first zatsu. I hope you guys forgive me for like not having a lot to say. No. We've discussed this. The fact that you guys already have a fairly fair judgment of me means that I'm not going to let you see just how unhinged my dreams can be. You know how they say dreams can tell you a lot about a person? Well, you guys aren't even gonna analyze my dreams. You're just gonna be like, dang, she's a weirdo. No, we're not doing that. Ooh, by the way, no, I'm not gonna mention that yet. I've already given you guys a lot of hints. If I tell you guys too many hints, too many things, I'm worried my brain will be like, oh yeah, you talked about it. That thing is done. We don't need to work on it anymore. So I'm not going to, that's kind of like a secret thing that you have to trick your brain and be like, no, brain, this thing is currently still an active project. You can't stop working on it. Sometimes you just have to like keep reminding and talking to your brain that way. Otherwise, you run the risk of forgetting to do the project. So I already told you guys about one of the projects, which is the Stardew video. It's the one I told you where I planned it in... Oh my gosh, no! Hold on, sorry. I had something else planned, and everything just fell out of my journal. Curse... No, I didn't say it. It's not gonna be my catchphrase. Basically, the Stardew video is the one I told you I was planning. There it is. Okay. I have other videos I'm planning, but I really like this journaling planning page because it really does motivate me to work on the video. Oh, thank you. That makes me really happy to see that that's how you can perceive it. The thing is, I try not to let myself analyze dreams because on one hand, you can really get into a rabbit hole by doing that. And I feel like I feel I am not discounting the fact that dreams can mean something, especially when you repeatedly get the same dream over and over again. But sometimes I feel like sometimes you have strange dreams and you should just be like, wow, maybe it was the anime I read before I went to bed. Or, wonder if it's because I was eating this kind of food for a late night snack. Sometimes like dreams can just be dreams. And it's better for my mental health to continue thinking that way. But like I said, that's just how I see it for my dreams. And I am not saying that this is how other people should see, or that you cannot see your own, or you should not have your own. Thinking of the right words so I don't get like out of context affected. Basically, I am only referring to myself. You do you, whatever works for you. Interpretation is fine, yeah. Interpretation works. I was just trying to find the words so that they couldn't be too misconstrued. Oh, wait, okay, I was like, there is one dream story I can tell you. It's not too weird, it's just like silly. I could tell you guys that one if I ran out of things to talk about again. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's totally valid. I do that too. I really like looking into getting all the information about it, although it kind of just depends what kind of information I'm interested in. For example, whenever I like an anime, I don't look into like directors, producers, studios, voice actors, anything like that. I just look at the author. I look at the author, I look at their series, I look for other series, so I don't really have an interest in like the animation aside from, is it well done? Did I enjoy it? And then I want to read more stories from this author. Like that. Oh, same, same. I used to have nightmares every day. Every single day. And it was like, they were always different. They had a common theme. I won't mention it. There was a common theme, but each one was very vivid and very different. And that was predominantly why I kept track of my nightmares or dream. I had my recorded my dreams because they were essentially nightmares and they were so vivid. I still remember them even now. Fortunately, I've kind of moved past it. Sometimes I have dreams. Ideally, I don't dream. That's like my ideal sleep, but sometimes I'll have nightmares and I'll be like, dang, not this again. How would I stop mine? It's a good question. There are a couple of things I did. Number one, I started sleeping earlier. So I found that a lot of times when I have these nightmares, I was sleeping late. So I tried to correct that first. The second is I started being more consistently physical active. So when for example, like, you know how they say do at least 30 minutes of activity a day? I started doing that, not just with like, how do I say this? I used to count like walking around and doing errands as like my 30 minutes of activity, but when you start to consistently do exercise, so like 30 minutes dedicated on like to a walk or like to a treadmill instead of just like calculating how much you've walked in total that day, I feel like that made a difference. And also eating well. So when I ate well, like I felt like I enjoyed my meal, I ate something balanced. I felt like that did affect my mood and also affected my quality of sleep. So these are pretty standard things. I don't really have, unfortunately, like extra tips, but I just found that leading a lifestyle that overall was better helped me not help me with these nightmares. I do think another reason I enjoy reading so much is reading kind of gives me a sense of calm. And when I'm in a sense of calm and in like a good mood before I go to sleep, I am less likely to have nightmares. So those are just the kind of things I did to, I believe, help me overcome these nightmares. Of course, I think if you are dealing with a lot of nightmares, you could also look into talking to a doctor or like your therapist and seeing if there are other things that could be affecting you that could cause you to have these nightmares, because nightmares can really affect your quality of sleep. So definitely get advice from like a professional if you feel it's really impacting your mood, your health, and things like that. But these are just things I found help me. Yeah. The way I describe it is systematic. When I was enacting these changes in my life, it was not this orderly. Sometimes I would like be like, "Huh, I didn't have a nightmare tonight. What did I do differently?" And I had to like think backwards and figure it out and analyze it. So now that I'm saying it out loud, I can say it in a way that is like mm, in a easy to follow manner, I suppose. In a very logical way. But when I was going through it, it was definitely like a working reverse engineering kind of thing where I had to like go back and think and figure out and be like, oh, what did I do differently? How did that potentially affect me? I should try that again. Oh, once I had a nightmare and I was like, because I had a recurring nightmare and it was the same thing happening over and over again. And you know how they're like, oh, you should analyze and figure out what stressors are occurring in your life. I just turned around in my dream nightmare, yelled at the thing that was chasing me, and I was like, I'm sick of this. Stop it. Stop it now. And then I never dreamed of that thing again. I literally just I went kind of like when an adult tries to stop a toddler, and because I didn't even yell, I feel like I was very harsh, but I didn't yell. I was just like, stop it, do not do this, and it went away. I never saw the thing again. I don't even remember what it looked like, but it bothered me for like several nights consecutively. So yeah, yeah. Part of the reason I will, hmm, yeah, I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say on that matter. But I'm glad to hear that you are hopefully no longer suffering from nightmares as well. They are never fun. Never, never, never fun. And sometimes they're like, I wrote them down. I was like, this would make an interesting short story. And I can do that now because I'm not affected by the nightmares. But at the time, it was like, dang, this sucks. I hate this. Why do these keep happening? Kind of way. So I'm glad to hear that hopefully they're no longer bothering you as well. Water break, my voice is feeling it. Okay, and we're back. I remember to unmute this time. Flashback to the beginning of the stream where I was like, I had to unmute 3 places. Because I changed my setup when I record. So it was affecting how my other setups were. But it's fine now. No, chat, you got that once on accident. You're not getting that again. I love tea. I'm 100% a milk tea person, but I also like just refreshing tea. Personally, green tea. Green tea is the best for like just drinking tea. If it's milk tea, I prefer black tea. Nope, I don't even know when it was, so I have no idea which stream or time it was. I just remember I did it once. Milk tea is honestly my favorite in the world, though. If I had to pick one drink, it would be either lemonade or milk tea. And it's just a how do I say this? A hard choice for me because I grew up in a time where milk tea was really rare, unless you went to like certain restaurants. And even though now it's everywhere, which is wonderful, but at the time, all I could have was lemonade. So I also have like really fond memories of lemonade. But like, they're like, who says I can't have two favorites? Milk tea and lemonade, but never together. Never together. That's really good. Green tea and honey is great for voices like that. I also think what else is there? Lemon water is warm lemon water is also good for your throat. I back in my day. No, that's the thing though. Like we there's always been milk tea, but you had to be in the right place. Cause milk tea used to be $3, okay? $3 for milk tea with tons of pearls. Now it's like the size of a personal pizza. It's like the price of a personal pizza. It's definitely an indulgence. It's definitely a luxury now. Oh, personally, I'm not a fan of like herbal tea. And here's the thing, because I've tried a bunch of tea and they just always end up really floral. I don't really like it. I prefer just regular tea instead of like infused or like the new teas where it's like cotton candy tea or caramel chocolate tea and things like that. No hate to it. It's just not for me. I found it's too strong, too perfumey. I've tried a couple. I've tried a couple. I hear that you're supposed to do a lot of prep before you sing, and I'm like, oh, huh, should probably do that. Tea bags or leaves? Okay, here's the thing. I use tea bags sometimes when I just need something really quick. They're pre proportioned, it's easy, but in my house, it's like 90% tea leaves, and we proportion it ourselves depending on like if we're drinking it just as tea or if you're drinking it as like for milk tea, because if you guys don't know, when you drink milk tea you have to brew the tea a little bit stronger, otherwise you don't really get that fragrance. So we do both. I do both. I do both. But because I, in my family, we use the leaves, it's just how I've also learned. But both are valid. I think I've even. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I was gonna mention something about milk tea, but I think I mentioned last time. Did I tell you guys I had Digimon milk tea? I think I did. I think I did. I think I also mentioned I have a case. Did I ever show you the picture though? Let me see if I have it. If I have it, I can show you guys. If I don't have it, I bought one case. Okay, I did mention it. I bought one case. I bought I bought a couple of the bottles and flavors to try, but I only have one case of the original. Yeah, I'll just use this picture. Never showed you guys a picture. Alright, I'll amend that right now. Here's a picture of the Digi-Tea. Here. It's not my picture, this is just what it looks like. I accidentally almost hit stop streaming, oh my goodness. So this is what it looks like. So we're going from... Oh yeah, okay. I should probably do that. I did not buy out their entire stock, but I probably will in the future, just because it's so affordable right now. Hold on. Alright, making it... I don't want to block the mic. Okay, so from the top left, you see Gatomon is strawberry milk tea. Why Gomamon? I actually don't know. I've never tried the honeydew, but honestly, honeydew just matches Gomamon because it's really playful. It's time to send an angry letter. I personally think they should have had more flavors as well. Taro is Gabumon, which is the bottom left. The middle is Agumon, who is brown sugar. And then Patamon on the bottom right is the original milk tea, which is my favorite flavor. My fridge is just full of Patamon right now. It's so cute. And it's actually really good. I would recommend it if you want to try like just canned, well, not canned, that sounds weird. Milk tea, instant milk. No, here's the thing. There's two kinds of instant milk tea. One where you can have it out of the can or like in a carton, and then the second one is where you have a powder where you mix it with hot water or just cold water, and then you try to mix it. So I always think of instant milk tea as like the powder form. That's why I always refer to this as like a can of milk tea. But then I've been told that that's like a weird way to refer to it. I don't think so. And this is not sponsored. If I was, I would have an entire fridge full of Patamon. But anyways, that's what it looked like. I was really excited to try it. They also had others. They had like Hello Kitty drinks. I have those too. But I don't want to buy, I don't want to drink them because I can't buy them again. And I'm not the kind of person where I want to like, I will clean it, rinse it, and then keep an empty can. Like I'm not that, I'm not at that extent yet. Not yet. But it's really pretty to open your fridge and have like nice cans to look at. Having it look tasty and adorable. Like that is a double bonus, you know? You know? Yeah, okay. I'm also looking into like Digimon merch because, like I said, I have a relative who's going to Japan. They're like, we'll buy you stuff. Tell us what you want. And I'm like trying not to compile like a 5-page list, but it's also hard not to find like. It's hard not to find everything you want. Especially. Did you know that there is tons of Digimon merch that is currently available in Japan because they recently had their anniversary? So I'm trying to narrow things down. There is one thing I'm super excited for. Wait, did they announce it? Hold on. This is. Oh no. Wait. What do you mean they already have Edition 2? Edition 1 didn't come out yet. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm looking at Haikyuu merch. And the reason I'm like, it's one of the merch that I was 100% going to ask my family to bring back for me. But they've announced that they're having the second edition come out, even though the first edition hasn't been released yet. What is this? This is capitalism. I love this. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Wait, when is it releasing? If it's releasing at the same time, I'm going to order it. Have you guys ever ordered from like, how do I say this? What is the most you guys have ever paid for shipping? For me, I've paid like over $30 for shipping for small things. And not even for like large puzzles or anything like that. I've paid $30 for like small VTuber merch shipping because it came from Japan. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. Not to get me wrong. I wanted to support them. I was glad to support them, but it was a lot. When I actually got it, I was like, I love this, but it was a lot. No, it's coming out in December. Okay, I'll order it myself. I'll order this one myself. Anyways, I'm glad I saw that news. I should just scroll Twitter and then just blab. Terriermon is a new mascot? Yeah, I saw that. There was a weird, okay, not weird, don't get me wrong. I love Terriermon, but there was like a huge influx of his merch. And like, I think there was like a bunch of Terriermon cushions, and I was like, that's interesting. I didn't realize Tamers was coming back. And then I realized there's no Renamon or Gilmon, it's just Terriermon. I was like, interesting. I wonder why people have like hooked onto Terriermon being like the new representative of Digimon. That's not a good word to make it. The mascot's probably the right word, but it's just he's getting his own talk show. I feel like Terriermon talk show was interesting. I mean, he's like sassy, but he's not sassy enough where I'd be like, yeah, okay. You know what? That's just my personal opinion. Good for him. Supporting him. Prefer not to say. Yeah, I get that as well. $10-minute videos. He's like a 3D model. Terriermon's a VTuber. Let me look this up. Nope, no links. Sorry. I had some weird links posted when I was like streaming, first starting to stream, when I was like a baby streamer, and then I just banned links, and it's been great ever since. Terriermon show. What do you mean? Terriermon. Hold on. Talk show. The newest one had multiple languages. I want to see it. I'm trying to look for it. I'm sorry, chat. I just know that there's no way I could manage a Discord stream and make videos because even just making videos and streaming has been a lot. So if we add on like Discord management, it's not gonna be managed. Let's just say that. Terriermon assistant. Okay, thank you, thank you. Let me look it up. Why am I getting the person? I have to go on YouTube, don't I? Digimon official channel. That's a lot. That's really helpful. Thank you so much. Whoops. There was another TV show where they used... Oh, that's how it is. Okay. So there was another TV show, anime, where they actually used VTubers to introduce like the trailer, and it was called... It's actually a really cute anime. I would recommend it. It's like I never remember the names. Let me get you the name. It is A Journey Through Another World, Raising Kids While Adventuring. And they used like a VTuber debut to promote the show. And I thought that was really cute. And I was like, oh, they should do that. More companies should do this because it's such a big... VTubing is such a big thing in Japan. And I feel like having this kind of interactive promotion is really fun for fans and a good way to introduce it to new fans as well, especially when you're doing it as a live stream. Yeah, they did a lot of anniversary announcement. It makes sense. I have found it. Thank you. I will definitely watch it. It looks super interesting to see Terriermon in this like 3D form. It does have English subs. Yay! Maybe we'll do a react to this too. Probably next week. I might do a react to this. Because it looks really cute. It might be cute to watch together. Oh, it's called Terriermon Assistance Lab. Okay. We just have to watch the one with English subs. There's like 3 of them and it'd be... Let me think. 15, 15, 15. Like less than 40 minutes. That's fine. Like, I don't think it will be anything crazy. But it might be fun to do as like a short watch along. That looks so cute. I'm so glad they're doing more content for Digimon now. I'm sad I've missed some of the merch, but now that I'm, you know, keeping an eye on it, hopefully there'll be, hopefully I'll get to see more. I was just thinking about the one merch I missed, which was like the plushies. It was a blind box of like the Digimon, the first starters, but they were so cute. Oh, yeah. I did see. I haven't been able to get into Digimon Liberators. I think because those chapters are so short, so I'm just waiting for it to accumulate and then I'll binge it. But yeah. Oh, did you guys hear? There was an anime I was thinking of watching with you guys. It was the VTuber anime. Because I was like, that is so meta, isn't it? A VTuber doing a watch along of a VTuber anime. And it's like called VTuber Legend, How I Went Viral After Forgetting to Turn Off My Stream. And fun fact, the VTuber in this manga, for the promotion of the anime, they actually made a channel for the VTuber where they have done a cover of a Hololive song. It's Suisei's song. It's amazing. The meta is metaing. It's, oh gosh, it seems so fun. The light novel? They have a light novel? Hold on. Digimon light novel. They have a novel for Liberator? I would read that. The thing is, like, I feel like I would also want to read the comic, but if they have a light novel, that would just be a lot faster. Oh, it's only online. Huh. I do see it. Let me see. If I click into it, will my computer blow? Separate characters and plots. Ugh. Hold on, sorry. Okay, let me just explain why I said ugh. I opened up the chapter and why is the break, hold on. There are no paragraph breaks, or the breaks are weird. I get that it might be stylistic, but it kind of reminds me of poorly formatted fanfic. It's not terrible, but like it's it's a choice. It's a choice. Okay, I would definitely read this. This one I'm of course I'm slacking on the lore. Look at the formatting. This is not compelling. Oh my goodness. Okay, I will definitely read this. Thank you for letting me know. I'm definitely You guys are giving me so much content to read. I really appreciate it. It does. I saw it's the light novel's further along than the comic, which it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I feel like I thought they had this prepared, so I just didn't expect it to be like so drastically different. It's not that bad. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I know that like making the comic makes time, but because they had planned this as like a big release, I thought they had pre-done chapters, if that makes sense. Like they had a stock of chapters and that they were already ready to go to post. Well, that's so much fun. I love multiverse. It's so interesting. One of my favorite fanfics on Archive is because the author wrote 3 different fics set in the same universe, and they essentially made like 3 different alternative. Well, it's not alternative. They're all in the same universe, but I think it's like such a skill when you're able to write in the same universe but focus on different characters and not have them overlap too much. It just is a really it's a real show of skill. Personally, that's how I feel. It's also why I really like authors and like like looking at their related series. Oh my gosh. So I don't you guys know like there are lots of official manga apps you can download, and one of them I use quite a bit is Alpha Manga. I always said if I was gonna make a video, I'd do a video on my favorite stories on like different official apps because I feel like I get in less trouble that way. Maybe not no trouble, but the reason I bring up Alpha Manga is because quite a few of their mangas are being made into animes. And I think that's so interesting how I did want to look up who owned Alpha Manga. It is Alpha Polis. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. If anyone does not know, Alpha Polis is one of the largest manga publishing companies in Japan. So this is their official app. It's called Alpha Manga. If you guys want to check it out, you can read some of their chapters for free, but there are some very interesting stories on there. Some cozy, some more actiony. But I think 4 or 5 of their mangas are already have animes, which is probably not a lot if you look at it in overall list of manga, but because they don't have like comparatively to the amount of manga they currently have in the app, the fact that already 5 of them have animes, oh 6, never mind, 6, is pretty impressive. Is pretty impressive. Like it might be intentional on their part, but they have some really great stories on there. So it's another way to support the authors officially by reading on these apps. Of course, yeah, we're just gonna leave it there. On this channel, we are only promoting officially licensed places because I don't want to get in trouble. I want to continue reading. I want to continue being able to recommend and introduce things to you guys. What else? Alright, I run out of topics. What did I say was my backup topic if I ever run out of things to talk about? Oh, yeah, the dream. Okay, last thing because oh my gosh, it's getting late. No wonder I ran out of things to talk about, and it's not that I didn't run out like 3 times, but for my first zatsu, I did not have as many awkward pauses as I thought I would, which, I personally am proud of myself. But to finish off this zatsu, I will tell you guys about one dream. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't want to. Because I feel like if I tell you this dream, then there'll be an expectation where I'll have to tell you other dreams. So I'll leave that for when I feel like there's a proper occasion for it. Yeah, sorry. I did clickbait you a little there. But you guys will potentially hear. It's not a big deal. Like the reason I'm comfortable telling you guys this dream because I don't think it's that interesting. Yeah. I would be okay telling you guys this someday, but I guess not today. Anyways, if you guys don't have any other questions, I think that will be it for me today. It's getting pretty late in my throat, even though I've had like a whole cup. Well, not a cup. It's like a whole water bottle of water. My voice is kind of shot, so I think that might be it for today. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate you guys for being here, whether you chatted, lurked, or watching the VOD. Hello, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys have a good evening, a good night, or a good day, rest of your day, wherever you guys are. This Friday, we are going to be doing the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon anime watch along, and it's going to be like literally an hour and a half. So definitely get your popcorn, get ready, and we are going to watch it on the from the wait, hold on. It's on the official Pokemon channel if you guys want to look it up. It is available there, I think in dub and in Japanese if you prefer it that way, but with no subs. I appreciate you guys for being here for my first official Zatsu. Note to self, definitely write down topics. The free, it should not be this free. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you guys in another stream, and hopefully that stream is Friday. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.